All right, it has been almost an entire year since I posted my last video, and I started to get comments asking how I was doing and how treatment was going, and I realized I kind of left everybody hanging. So if you haven't heard my story, I can tag the other videos over here and you can go watch them, but this is my melanoma 1 year later story. So last I told everybody, I was going to enroll in a melanoma immunotherapy clinical trial. My wide local excision and my lymph node removal revealed no disease or cancer or anything like that. But to minimize my chances of the melanoma recurring or just popping back up, I would enter an immunotherapy clinical trial and do it for a year, one time a month for an entire year to see if it would decrease my chance of recurrence. Actually, I did do one treatment. I don't know if I was receiving the saline or if I was receiving the immunotherapy, but I withdrew from the clinical trial in April of 2021. I, since then, have been seeing a dermatologist every 6 months, and I've gone and had a couple moles actually cut off since then to send out for biopsy to see if they were melanoma. Currently waiting on one to come back, hopefully today, that I had removed right here on my chest. I'm not sure. In addition to that, I go see an oncologist every 3 to 6 months. I get chest x-rays, blood work, and a lymph node check to see if anything has spread. So far, everything's been clear, so I continue to be no evidence of disease or remission. It has been a really hard year. It's been really difficult. January of 2021, I had my wide local excision. I had my big cancer surgery, and I lost almost 50% of my hair from being postpartum because I had an 8-week-old baby, and then I had anesthesia, and I lost a ton of hair. I mean, it was just falling out from stress, from anesthesia, from postpartum, all the hormones. And so that was really hard for me. And honestly, just navigating life in 2021 was really, really strange. I posted a lot of content. I put a lot of things out there and really shared my story and was very, very vocal. And then in a way, just sort of got quiet and went inward and tried really hard to figure out what life was supposed to look like for me. I think I had some survivor's guilt in June of 2021. A dear friend, she lost her battle with cancer, and it was really hard for me. I felt like I'm in this weird club that I didn't know that I'd get to be in. At times, I didn't feel like I was sick enough to be in the club, and then at other times, I don't feel like I'm old enough, that I'm young, and it has just been a very strange thing that I've been working through with my family. Couple things that we've really been focusing on: next steps, what does the future look like for us, and what we want that to be. I know this video is like getting a little bit crooked. Let me try to fix it. I've been busy working, being busy with the kids. My health, starting in June and July, my grandfather had passed away, and that took a lot of my attention for some of the summer. He was sick, and just deciding at that point, I felt healthy enough. I felt strong enough. I felt like I had gotten another clear scan, and I felt like I could start living again. Because let me tell you, from March to April of 2021, and then I went back to an oncologist in May, still had a clear, bill of health. And then I went back again in August. I went 3 months later. It was like I could finally breathe. It was really, really hard at that point. I didn't realize how tense and nervous I was about living and making plans and thinking ahead, because if you guys know me, I love to plan things. I'm a planner, and it stole that from me. I could only think up until the next doctor's appointment. I could only think about the next milestone I was meeting with those clean bill of health. And it really messed with me. So August 2021, started to get healthier, exercising super consistently, and just getting mentally healthy and stronger as well, and figuring out what the future might look like for us, and deciding what are non-negotiables, what are things I absolutely will not do, that this is what I need to focus on. So that's been a journey. I've been super quiet. I still get messages from people asking about the journey and the melanoma, what it looked like, how did I know? And if you follow me on YouTube, go find me on Instagram. That is a little bit more where I share the daily glimpses into my life and keep you along the journey. I'm going to post some new pictures of the kids right here. So there's Max. He's 14. He has hit over 6 feet tall. He's in 9th grade. There is Trace. He is our middle child. He is currently 2.5 years old, and he just got his first haircut like a week ago. And then the baby, he was 8 weeks old when I was diagnosed with melanoma. That's Quinn, and Quinn is 15 months old. He has 10 teeth, and he is the sweetest baby on earth. That was another really hard decision for us, because for me to enter the clinical trial, I had to either be on birth control or have paperwork that my husband got snipped. TMI, we decided to let him go ahead and do that. So that was kind of a mourning period as well, knowing that if I did the clinical trial, there would be no more babies. And that also they recommended, my oncologist advised me to not have any more children for 3 to 5 more years, because my melanoma's recurrence rate would be the highest in that window. So if I would get melanoma again and be pregnant, or I would have to go through treatment, that could be an issue. So no more babies, because in 3 to 5 years, my husband will be 44 years old. So we, made that decision as a family last year as well. So it was a really tough year deciding where to go, what was next. Still processing a lot of it. And every time I look at Quinn, when he does a new milestone, it is the last. I boxed up all of his baby clothes. A couple of our friends have been having kids, boys, and dropping off their clothes, and saying goodbye to that chapter has been really emotional, more emotional than I thought it would be. But I definitely measure it in what I have gained and what I have and what it has allowed me to do. So I truly do take every day as a gift. It is so cliche, but it truly is. It makes it very easy for me to figure out what I want and what I will stand for and what I won't stand for. It makes those decisions a lot easier. It makes everything just a little bit more in focus and in tune with the future and what we want to see happen. So if you've watched this far, I appreciate it. I did not mean to ramble this entire way, but I wanted to let everybody know I am good. I am currently no evidence of disease. If you're a praying person, please pray that I had a mole removed on my chest last week, that it also comes back as nothing serious. I'm waiting on those results currently. And that's just going to be life. It's going to be checking my body all the time for moles. Anything that has changed, if it's suspicious, go in and have it removed, get it sent for biopsy, and then continue to follow with the oncologist. So if anyone is still doing their journey, you're getting immunotherapy, I'm here for you. I really do try to, if you message me on Instagram, I will definitely respond to you. I am poor at checking YouTube, but for those of you that have been following along, I appreciate it. And it's been a really good year. It's been a long year. And I'm just so grateful to be here.